Hey, hi, and welcome back. I hope that you are enjoying this training. So till now we have completed schematic design, then we did the layout design. After that we ordered the PCB from PCB manufacturer. Later we ordered the components from online websites, and after that we did the assembly of our hardware. Okay, and now our hardware is ready for testing purpose. So this topic is all about hardware testing and troubleshooting. And in this topic, I'm going to show you how to test the hardware that we designed in this training. So testing of hardware is basically one of the most important skill, and every hardware design engineer should know how to test the hardware. Okay. And also, whenever we develop a hardware based product, thorough testing of that particular product is actually very important before we deploy that product in the field. Okay, otherwise you are going to face lot of problems related to that particular product. That's why I'm emphasizing on the fact that thorough testing of the product is actually very important. Okay, and this is coming from my experience. That's why I have dedicated a separate topic for testing and troubleshooting of our hardware. Okay, and in this topic we are going to discuss everything related to testing of our hardware. So listen to this topic carefully, as every single thing that you will learn in this topic is going to be helpful to you in your professional life. Alright, so now let's start with the last topic of this module, which is hardware testing and troubleshooting. So now let me tell you what you're going to learn in the videos covered in this topic. So the first video is about testing power supply section. So in this video, I'm going to show you the detailed procedure to test the power supply section. So in this video, we will provide the input to our system, and we will see whether we are getting the 5 volt on the output side or not. Okay. And in case of any issue related to the power supply section, how to deal with those issues, all those things we are actually going to discuss in this particular video. Then the next video is about testing microcontroller section. So again, in this section, we are going to test the microcontroller by programming it. And from that, we will get to know whether our microcontroller section is properly working or not. Okay. And again, I will discuss the different testing troubleshooting technique related to the microcontroller section. And I will discuss the mistakes that you should avoid while dealing with the microcontroller section. Okay. Then the next video is about testing RGB LED section. So again, in this video, I'm going to show you how to test the RGB LED. So in this video, we are going to program the controller with a code which will actually control the RGB LED. And from that code or from that method, we are actually going to verify whether the RGB LED section is working properly or not. Okay. So that's how basically we are going to test this RGB LED section. Then the next video is about testing switch section. So again, we are going to program the microcontroller, and with that we are actually going to read the switch that we have interfaced with the microcontroller, and from that we are going to verify whether the switch section is working properly or not. Okay, and again I'm going to discuss the different testing and troubleshooting technique related to the switch section, and also I will discuss the mistakes that you should avoid while dealing with the switch section. Okay. Then the next video is about testing preset section. So again, in this video, we are going to program the controller, and by programming the controller, we are actually going to read the preset value, and from that we are actually going to verify whether the preset section is actually working properly or not. Okay. So again, I will discuss the different testing and troubleshooting techniques related to the preset section. And also I will discuss the mistakes that you should avoid while dealing with the preset section. Okay. Then the next video is about testing SSD section. So again, on this video, I am going to spend significant amount of time. Again, in this video, we are going to program the controller, and by programming the controller, we are actually going to control the SSD 7-segment display. And with that method, we are actually going to verify whether our 7-segment display is working properly or not. Okay. So again, I'm going to discuss how to test the 7-segment display driver IC and how to test the 7-segment display. Okay. So that's all about the SSD section. Then the next video is about testing motor driver section. So again, in this particular video, we are going to program the controller, and by programming the controller, we are going to check whether the motor driver section is working properly or not. Okay. And again, I will discuss the different testing and troubleshooting technique that you should use if you face any kind of problem with the motor driver section. Okay. And again, I will discuss the mistakes that you should avoid while dealing with the motor driver section. Okay. So all those things we are going to discuss in this particular video. Then the next video is about a DC motor speed control using computer. So this is basically a kind of small project, and in this video I am trying to show you the capability of the hardware that we have designed. So what we are going to do in this particular video, we are actually going to control the speed of a motor, okay, using the computer. So we are actually going to send some commands from the computer to the controller, and then the controller is actually going to control the speed of motor. Okay. So all those things we are going to discuss in this video. This is basically a kind of a demonstration kind of video. Okay. Then the next video is about DC motor speed control using preset. So in this particular video, we are actually going to rotate the knob of preset, and that will actually change the voltage at the center point. And that's how basically we are going to control the speed of motor. Okay. So this presets input we are actually going to provide to the microcontroller, and microcontroller is actually going to read the variable voltage, and based on the voltage read by the microcontroller, it's going to control the speed of motor. Okay. So again, this is basically a kind of small project, and in this video, I'm going to show you the practical demonstration of how exactly we can control the motor by rotating the knob of preset. Okay. So this is how basically we are going to cover this topic, hardware testing and troubleshooting. And we are actually trying to cover every single thing related to testing and troubleshooting of our hardware. And after completing this particular topic, you will be very much confident related to testing and troubleshooting of our hardware. And you will at least have an approach to test and troubleshoot a particular hardware. Okay. So that's how we are going to cover this topic, and I'm sure you will definitely enjoy this topic. Now let's start with the first video of this topic, which is testing power supply section.